Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Patrick Lowry. I'm co-founder and co-owner of Alta Vista Solutions, along with Mazen Wabe. Mazen and I both previously worked at MacTech before we left to form Alta Vista. We've each worked on the Bay Bridge for more than 15 years. And our company was the prime consultant for quality assurance inspections for the last 3 years on the project. Although we have the broadest experience and the most recent experience, no one from the committee and no one has ever involved us in preparing the DeWalk report. They've never spoke to us, they've never tried to interview us, or asked us to appear. Nor did they talk with anyone else that worked on the Bay Bridge project while at Alta Vista. Now, we're all for lessons learned, and it just doesn't make sense to us that you'd focus some of the conclusions and the misstatements on the people that haven't been working on the project for the last 5 years. And instead of talking to us, the committee and the author of the report focused a lot of their conclusions on Jim Merrill and Doug Coe. Again, both of them left the project more than 5 years ago, and Mr. Merrill worked for MacTech, a company that lost the Bay Bridge project to Caltrop and Alta Vista in 2008. I'll point out that MacTech also immediately tried to shut us down with a frivolous and unsuccessful lawsuit. This fact alone should have raised questions about Mr. Merrill's objectivity and should have at least led the committee and Mr. DeWalk to at least give us a chance to respond to the accusations. Now, the DeWalk report and the statements before the committee today were filled with inaccurate and misleading statements. And we don't suggest that those people shouldn't have been talked to. And in the idea of transparency, I think it's great, and I think there are some great lessons to be learned. We've asked the committee to correct some of these. We sent you a letter, and we'll prepare our own written response that details the mistakes that are found throughout the report. I want to address 3 very specific issues right now. First, the claim that Alta Vista was not qualified for the contract that we won in 2008 and again in 2011. It's absolutely wrong. We won the first contract, and we went through an unprecedented testing procedures, which was run by Michael Mays. I'll point out a longtime colleague and close friend of Mr. Merrill. All but one individual, of everyone that was tested, all but one individual were found to have the certifications and skills needed. We'd be more than happy to make that report available to the committee. And since then, we've been hired as the prime contractor on the Bay Bridge and later on all the bridges throughout California and other projects throughout the United States. Second, the suggestion that Alta Vista did something wrong by hiring Mr. Pete Siegenthaler is wrong. Pete did work 28 years for Caltrans. He retired in 2011, and Alta Vista was just one of many engineering firms that he interviewed with. This is more than 3 years after he was involved in the decision-making process in 2008. He has not worked a single minute on the Bay Bridge since he came to our firm. And I'll also point out that it was also cleared, and the hiring of him was cleared by the Fair Political Practice Commission, which, again, another letter that we'd be more than happy to provide to the committee. Third, the claim that Mazen misrepresented facts to Doug Coe or anyone else. Look, I've known Mazen for over 15 years. The attack on his honesty and professional integrity, it's just plain wrong. It's without merit and something that we'll be able to provide you a very detailed report. All I'm saying here is we do have some unique knowledge. And today, Caltrans gave us permission and rescinded the confidentiality requirements in our contract. So it's provided us the opportunity to talk with you or anyone else. And we're just saying that we want to be part of the process. There's another side to the story. The bridge is safe. The documentation exists. Let's just not think it's over now, and let's look at the documentation. Let's not make the report. Let's keep it preliminary. There's another side to this story that needs to be told. Thank you very much for your time.
And that's why it's preliminary. So I personally apologize if it's caused stress to you, the preliminary, but we will incorporate all of your comments, and we'll make sure that the investigator comes and spends some time with you so that we hear your side of the story.